decided that this was the best way to cope with not being really super happy about where he's going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where did Bree go?
Sobbing her pillow now. Well, it's probably what she did go do for a while. Just like lay in bed, like the wonderful bed like provided by Highgarden, and
Yeah, you each have given a room. They're sort of spread out because it wasn't really expected that they needed to get up a few more. And since you don't really have a permanent position here, they're more like guest rooms, but they're all very nice. I mean, yeah, you provide pillows and whatever you need, sort of.
as just as nice, if not nicer, than her room back in House Caladan.
Yeah. Probably nicer,
yeah.
Everything considered.
So she's thinking about how far she's come and how incredibly awesome she is and how much she is going to miss bed, because at heart she's just a lazy kid who wants to lay in bed. So instead of like prayers or fasting or like combing through the streets or one last hurrah of alcohol blood orgy, it's enjoying bed. It will also be to get a Rouncy. She has a pony, of course, that's been in Highgarden all this time as we traveled here, but she figures that she probably needs a horse that can carry her better and handle like a fusillade of crossbow bolts a bit better. And so she'll get to work on that. And instead of riding on the generosity of Lord Tyrell, hell, she'll even pay the 50 silver stags, because that's the kind of generous, kind person she is.
Mm-hmm. Highgarden certainly has a great stable building.
Yes. She's not asking for anything fancy like a destrier or a courser, in part because this horse might die, and 50 silver stags is easier to put up than 1,200.
Mm-hmm. That is certainly true.
And she figures no one will probably try to cheat a knight of House Tyrell in Highgarden.
No, not in Highgarden. Their master of horse is very good, and he's also very honest, a knight himself as well. And now he has Everin helping him with the horses whom he's teaching. So,
all right.
That gives you a bit of an in as well, too.
Yeah, Obi's in.
Look at the horses.
Yes, go look at the horses. So I guess that'll be what Bree does when she finally rouses herself from bed and preparing things. She doesn't have money to hide like she would back at home. So she's not secreting things in the pockets. She doesn't expect to come back to this room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if she comes back here, she'll probably get another one. And if someone of you basically signs up, you have that offer sort of now laying there, at least until you dishonor yourself in some way, that you can indeed get permanent employ in Highgarden, in which case you'll be a household knight, and you would get a room, you would get your food, you would get your lodging, maintenance of your equipment, that sort of thing would fall to your liege to provide, and in return you would provide whatever service he asks of you, basically. As Knights of Highgarden, you have that as a possibility that many choose to take. The castle is big, and it's pretty great, and it's not the worst place to hang out, especially not in peacetime, as most of what is required of you is traveling around to tournaments or to spread the great reach reputation and such.
It's pretty compelling. Bree is thinking about how much nicer her rooms here compared to back home in Caladan, but she right now, I mean, of course, it's just too soon to think about it, but she wouldn't want to leave her good family alone without her in her counsel and her ability to protect them should trouble arise.
Yeah. All right. I think that's everyone. Ren is doing his stress relief and
practicing stress relief. Also daydreaming. It was a bit of daydreaming, I must say. Like daydreaming, imagining just trying to visualize an elephant right now. It's one of the big things.
Mm-hmm. Well, there are actually several things I would like to do.
Right.
First thing, he doesn't have a horse, so he would like to acquire one of those, if he can.
Sure, you can buy a horse.
Right. Then he will either try to find Ren or one of these four over here.
Sure. I mean, they're all available. They're not really going around Highgarden. They're not. It's a little awkward for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're here. they're not going with you. They're not at the meetings.
Yeah.
They're not really Knights of the Reach. They will probably ride with the main group, just sort of to keep an eye on them, right? They have been given leave of the castle, but there certainly are eyes on them and what they're doing, and they don't just get to move about, because after all, they've switched sides once, and in the Reach, betraying your liege lord like that, I mean, even if it's for honor, it's not that great to do.
So why can't we take them with us? They're pretty good fighters, we know that.
Yeah, that's my
you
idea.
certainly haven't really asked anyone about it, but yeah, you can certainly find one of them if you want one of them.
Yeah, sure.
Which one?
Let's...
You're a good friend.
Well, he's probably the easiest one to convince, really, to come with us, I guess.
You know, he's hanging out. They have like they're like lodged in a guest ward for themselves where they hang out. They don't really leave it much. They eat there, you know, have their stuff. You can go in and ask for him, and he'll be fetched for you.
All right. Afternoon, Sir Prester.
So, and says, Sir Cinders.
Yes, that's correct.
Sort of says, good. Hadn't been a night, it wouldn't be much of an honor to knock you down. So have you come to make good on our agreement?
Well, sadly, I can't do that as of yet. We have a important mission to undertake, and so I was wondering what you four were up to these days. If you want to shot at some more glory or not.
We are likely going to go with the Tyrell host when it gathers. We have not really been in the loop, so to speak. I fear we're not too trusted.
Hmm.
It is a hard thing to choose between one's loyalty and one's honor.
Yes, I hope I never have to make that decision. Can't be easy for anyone.
Huh?
But I was wondering if you would like to ride out before the vanguard towards Spitherbridge.
I somehow doubt that we would be allowed to just leave. That is, our oath to serve Lord Tyrell has put us rather in his hand, so to speak. I plan to follow him, defend him, if my life is necessary, and, well, if we should go and actually manage to win this war and keeping Daeron on the throne, I suppose I shall attempt to have my house mostly pardoned for this whole affair.
Yes, but we do need every man we get.
Then I shall attempt to have. He sort of seems to stop himself from saying king, as he says, Prince Daemon, be merciful.
Yes. We do need every man we can get for this fighter, and if I leave a word with the Longthorn, I'm sure he would let you come with us. That goes for
what exactly are you going to do?
We're gonna ride to Bridge to be to try to keep it. It has been attacked recently, and they're barely holding out.
Not just
the host facing us is quite huge. I won't deny it. 10,000 strong mercenaries from across the sea.
He nods. As I know of the force, what sort of men are you bringing with you?
The ones who did the daring escape up in Castamere.
He nods.
And a contingent of some other forces. I'm not sure of what they are composed of. But...
So, the Reach was ready all along? Sort of looks towards the window. Haven't seen the forces mustered here. Surely not thinking to leave those. Disorganized so far.
Well, the Longthorn is not coming with us. The force will still continue to gather up here and arrive later on. But we need to head out now in order for the bridge to hold. Otherwise it will all be in vain. We'll be stuck there for the rest of the war, probably, if we don't get there now.
I don't think there are going to be any Presta forces in that army. As I understand, mostly mercenaries from across the sea.
That's what I heard as well.
Riffraff. Expendables.
Yes, and they're not usually willing to risk their lives.
Sure, I can understand that somewhat. Mm-hmm. Recently did it. So looks around, says, didn't earn me too much.
Yeah. They're not the most stoic of forces. But they are formidable still. There are a lot of them. And if they feel they have the odds on their side, they might risk it.
So you show up with, 1,000 men? Half their number?
They're currently... Varen tries to think of what number they actually said were at the keep and says
Probably
something
can't
like...
remember.
No. Says something like 200 men at the keep.
Sort of frowns and says... Wait, so 200 and you?
Yes.
Should have makes a face and says...
That's what
Serious?
I heard. It is a very defensible position, however.
He shakes his head. Says, hey, it better be.
And if I die over there, you won't ever have a chance of the fight you want.
That's true. So, what you're saying is I should just strike at you now, before you leave?
Well, then you will definitely die.
No, just as well. That would make 2 of us, I think.
Perhaps. Maybe we'll find out someday.
No, it's just, I doubt it will be done by us dying on a bridge, though. Why?
Better make sure I'm kept alive then.
If I can ask a frank question,
mm-hmm.
why support Daeron? He's a worse king in all respects. Bastard too, as I hear it. Mother's side, not even related to the old king. He wasn't chosen. His hand of a... He spends his time on priesthood and scholars. Why would a man such as you support him over a warrior like us?
I have been across the sea fighting in the slave pits over there, and it's not a pretty sight. And the Blackfire is in support with the free cities, and they all support slavery. From that thing, I cannot support anyone who supports slavery, from what I've seen.
Droxen says, the Targaryens were slavers until they took the Iron Throne.
This is true. Although I'm not one for history.
Hans?
They're not anymore, though. And the true king does not support slavery in any way.
Neither does either of them. Quite the opposite. I hear the marshes down there have been suffering taxes now, going to pay for pleasure palaces in Dawn.
I have not heard of such things.
He said, it is, I don't understand why you would die for such a man.
Hopefully I won't, and that's why I'm trying to bring you with me.
He sort of grins, like he says, yes, that would be irony, wouldn't it? I fought. I fought when we were challenged on the road. I protected the Longthorn, but says, I do not honestly think that King Daeron can hold his throne. The odds are against him in every way. Now that the Reach has joined in, well, I suppose a slim chance would be there, but...
You shouldn't underestimate the Reach.
He sort of grins slightly and says, you shouldn't underestimate the West.
I guess I shouldn't.
You only faced the men who were left behind.
Yes, can imagine so. It's the only time I've been there.
You know, it's just you should,
Wasn't the most pleasant
come
visit.
sometime in peace.
Might be a bit more pleasant visit.
You know, it's just, the city guard of Lannisport could have a man such as you. They pay rather handsomely, I hear.
Well,
Could get yourself a manor, perhaps. Good house. Just
now
wife,
I'm a
children.
knight of Highgarden, though. I couldn't really wander off to the Westerlands to serve over there, could I?
Says, I think they'll take you.
Hmm.
One thing I know, it is that the Knights of Highgarden do not break their promises.
Well, from what I've seen, I think I would prefer this place.
And says, each to their own, I suppose.
Indeed.
They, a bit many flowers for me. Well, to be frank, a little bit pretentious.
I suppose you're right there, but... Well... The wine here is the best in the world, and so are the women.
You know, it says, yes, and they both come to the West for the gold that we have. Well, it's, anyway, I'm not here to convince you of anything. I believe you were here to convince me of something.
Yes, I was. So what do you say?
Shakes it slightly and says, I don't have a great urge to die out there. What would we have for it? If you could convince Lord Dio to have us sent with you, why would we do so?
Well, what will you require?
It's just something to make it worthwhile, I suppose.
Well, I don't really know what you need. Is it money?
He gets a little chokes.
Yeah, Vernos has a smirk on his face when he says that.
Just, it is rather clear that you're not from around here.
Well, I'm from around here, but not from the Westerlands.
Shakes his head slightly and says,
Although I wasn't really brought up here as much.
if I should risk my life for this, what are you going to do for me in return? What are you going to risk your life for me to do?
Well, I will try to protect you as best I can, I suppose, if that is your wish.
I don't need your protection.
I don't think you do, sir. But if there's something you wish, I'm sure we can have a word with the Longthorn. Otherwise, I can certainly promise you that fight if we both make it out of there alive.
So Notchland says, I made a promise to serve the Longthorn, but you do know that should he send me with you in service to another lord of some other keep, that promise will not necessarily hold me. I will be there because you asked me to. Same goes for the others.
Would you stab me in the back?
So I don't plan to.
But
you would not have the shield of
you
honor.
Would think about it.
He sort of looks at you and says, there are conditions that could occur that would have me go back to the side of my house. As I'm sure there are conditions that would make you swear to their side in this conflict.
Yes, I suppose so. Baron doesn't really understand what it means by that.
In instances, all right. If you understand that and will convey that to your leash, then I suppose we can go with you.
So what exactly is it you want me to tell him?
Whatever you need to convince him to have us go with you. So I thought you had some sort of thing figured out.
Well, I wanted to talk to you first. Wouldn't want to force you over there, now would I?
It's just... Well, I'll go. I'll speak to the others. I'm sure I can convince them as well. They're good men.
Alright. Is there anything in particular you think the others would want in return for this?
Favor, trust, perhaps.
Alright. I'll see.
Proud men. They don't do well in service of... in this way.
I see. Don't think I would either. But I'll try to get the word with the Longthorn. I'll get back to you.
He'll nod. Just let you be on your way.
Right then. Now, where would I go to meet the Longthorn? Would I just send for him? I couldn't really do that, could I?
You could probably ask for him, yeah. You're his knight.
Okay.
He will generally give you an ear.
Right.
Right now he is inspecting the drilling out on the 20 field.
Okay. He will probably first go to the to Alaric and Sir Asha to tell them what to and see if they're on
At this
board
point,
with
you
it.
probably hear like some jaunty tunes as the two are singing. I don't think Kian is really. He might be like miming or whisper mumbling or something.
He doesn't know the knightly songs that well, probably. So
It's not very knightly songs. It's very.
He doesn't know many of those either, really. But he's getting there now. Yeah, he's getting educated.
As like Varen goes towards it, he sees like some sort of servant girl, perhaps, with like her dress like half down her shoulder, showing a bit too much, sort of stumbling out with red cheeks, sort of giggling, as she has Ashra's voice, "More wine."
As Varen walks up behind him
No one
fellow knight of High.
Join us. Sit down. There's more wine coming.
There's something I would like to speak with you.
Lab and pushes one towards Varen. Says,
This
man has a lab the size of Alaric's over there. Says, there's no need to be jealous anymore. Sit down, Sir Cinder. Sit down. Drink the knight's toast with us. As he raises his cup, to our liege lord, the Longthorn. As he looks at you expectantly.
Baron raises his cup to the Longthorn.
He drinks and then puts it down. Gestures for a girl to fill your glass. He says, to victory on the morrow.
Yes. About that, there's something I would like to speak with. Kevin, please. There's something of importance I would like to speak to you three of.
And he's a girl in his lap. That's when he...
Yeah.
Maybe the two of you.
There's something I would like to speak to you about, Varen. Have you, so looks to Alaric and says, has Alaric ever shown you around Highgarden?
We haven't really had the time, and I don't really
there
have the
is
time at the moment.
not going to be more time than we have now, I think.
About that, yes.
We should go to the maze. That's always good for drinking.
Asher races comes and says, to the maze! And he drinks.
Kieran has never been to the maze. He's excited for this. He's heard so much now.
You know I lost a squire in the maze once, right?
Really? He laughs
Yeah.
and like hangs Alaric's
He was-
shoulder like ha.
He was gone for
great.
days.
He.
As they walk out, Baron would like to try to grab Alaric and like a quick word, please.
He is like a girl who's far too young for him, really, hanging on his arm.
Of course it is.
Some flower or some who hopes to accomplish something other. They do.
Yeah, and he just says like really quickly. I was thinking about bringing the Knights from the Westerlands with us tomorrow. Would you be opposed to that?
Alaric frowns and says, I mean, if they turn coats again, then I guess it would be on mine and Ashra's head. And generally that means execution.
Sort of
My thinking is here we need all the help we can get.
grabs Sir Cinder's arm and says, I'll help you, sir. Please, I'm ever so strong. She smiles.
Alaric grins
I'm
and says,
sure you
yes,
are,
she
Alaric.
should,
On,
she should help.
on Alaric's arm. This one basically hopping from Alaric to Varen. Saying perhaps that she has better chance there, since Alaric is already taken in by this one.
Jesus Christ.
The one on Alaric's arm
Wait a
will
second.
sort of add that I heard that Westerlander Knights was nothing compared to the honorable Knights of the Reach. Have you ever encountered a Westerlander Knight, sir? The other one looks to Varen and says, and have you, sir?
Well, yes, we fought them a few weeks ago, in fact.
Oh, that's magnificent. Story.
God damn it.
Ashra
Varen, Alaric
eyes
like
back a
pushes.
little bit, seeing you haven't followed him and raised his cup and says, story.
Yeah. Alaric like guides Varen to a chair, saying, yes, tell us.
As Baron like puts his face in like a gauntlet and like, oh god.
He moves over to a different chair. Sit.
I'm gonna need some more wine if that's
Hey, more wine.
After the story,
More
more
wine.
wine and more mazes, and it's great. Let's go.
Slaps the girl on the rear that he has sitting on his lap and sends her out for more wine, even though there's already one out there. Maybe, more is better. See,
More is more.
More is more.
Oh
And
god
great.
damn it.
And so it seems that the little party has grown slightly bigger from the
As Varen then starts telling the grand tale of the great escape in the north.
Ashra and
With
like
the
also
treachery of
be
Lord.
adding in things constantly and
Yeah.
embellishing, and also Kieran having things said about him that he's then asked if that is really true. Were you like, you must be ever so brave. And whatnot.
God damn it, High God.
By the
I'm just
flower.
saying, I'd like to imagine this scene now, just like pulling back the camera a little bit, and then there's Ren balancing on like one of the upper walls on the like level above, just sighing and shaking his head.
Varen also tries not to get drunk here because they do have some important things to do.
Good luck. You need to run in that case, sir.
So Eric Prester like finishes like his in. He's like, wonder when that Baron will come in.
How much will Sir Varen be willing to insult his liege lord, the guards, the king, and those sorts of things by not cheering and drinking when asked to in their name?
He will try to tell the story very quickly. He's a big man. He can handle his drink, but he will not.
They
not
will ask
after
for
a while.
embellishment generally.
Yes.
He will-
More
he will
details.
He will act like he's taking like big swigs, but he's taking like small sips instead.
So
How about a deception check
Yep, deception.
to see if you don't drink when you're.
I mean,
Used to
he
it.
does drink, but not a lot.
You need to
Takes like a few
beat my
sips.
passive awareness, mind you, which is pretty good.
Alaric knows.
Yeah, he's gonna fail. It's no.
Is it like how many penalty dice might give it?
I don't know. How many penalties would he have at this point, okay?
Question that
How
we
much
don't
were you
really need to
drunk?
answer, I think.
Okay.
Too many.
And then he spun on the ground and keep on
How
laughing.
does Kevin get at this point when he has cuter girls perhaps that he's ever really been able to be around? Clearly, like at least half noble born and like clean and smelling like flowers and everything. and they're paying attention to him quite a bit, and wanting to hear stories. And no matter what he says, it seems like it impresses them a whole damn lot. Like how much does he sort of follow up on all of it?
I mean,
just drinking and storytelling, and
this is his first time actually partying in Highgarden, and I mean, this is a rookie mistake here. He's just taken in by all of this stuff.
All right, so he does. We see him just sort of disappear into the maze at some point.
He goes into the maze, and then who knows? He has no defense against this. His only defense would be his brother, like maybe pull him out. But he is balancing. Yeah, he has abandoned him, and now like Ashra is like telling these stories, and Alaric is like urging him on, and he has no defense against this.
There's a few more knights who will sort of be passing by and get roped into everything, and Ashra is fairly good at roping people in, being one of the things he's great at.
So as they're telling the part where the Western and the Knights joined us and escaped from the castle, Varen sort of said, wouldn't it be good if we could bring those 4 with us tomorrow? We need all the help we can get after all.
Ashra at this point looks to the girls and says, "Only the 4 of them?"
I'm talking about the Western and the Knights here.
He sort of frowns, just don't know why you'd prefer them over these ones. He sort of looks at the,
I don't, but we can't really ask these women to come fight with us tomorrow, now, can we?
One says, "I'll show you how good I am at fighting, sir."
Gogur, I thought that you'd be better at reasoning with drunk people.
I am when I'm drunk myself.
Well,
maybe that is Varen's thought as well.
Oh, goddamn.
If Ashra is as drunk as he acts, or if he just likes this a whole damn lot, no one probably ever will know. Safe to say that I think we can leave that scene and go to some bad headaches tomorrow. Perhaps Varen has hold a little bit more again than the others. Hold back a little bit, but it's probably still enough to be bad.
Varen would like to try to escape, but maybe he can't.
At this point, it seems unlikely that he would be able to escape. At least he would have to take like a bath and stuff to not smell of booze and lady when he was to encounter the Longthorn.
That's true.
My lord, I've just got a great idea.
Okay, great idea. We're gonna take Westlands.
That's true. Maybe if he's going to, Alaric probably stops him, saying that it's too drunk, and you can't speak.
So we might have
avoided.
You
can't speak to the Longthorn that way, and then Ashra is Longthorn, and then
drink.
I thought there would be a great upcoming Longthorn conversation that Varen would have. That's even better. Varen making the rookie mistake of thinking he could cock block anyone.
Oh shit.
I will leave what happens in the night up to you, and.
And making the rookie mistake of thinking he can cock block himself.
I can extract myself from this. I can walk away whenever I want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever I want to.
He hasn't really been that popular with women usually.